Well, I've got to this video is to show my custom built. So this tank is actually looks very similar to factory Honda Fury tank, but it's not. It's actually bigger. I bought for 75 bucks. I bought a tank off a guy who dropped his bike. I cut it in half and I opened it up to make it bigger. So the tank is actually about a gallon bigger than a normal, 3.4 gallon Honda Fury tank. So here's the front. It's a little dirty. I got a little scuff on the paint there. See it? Not even a scuff. But it's a little dirty just because, it's cold here in the Chicagoland area. So what you're looking at here is so this tank matched when I sprayed it. So it's done with all the good stuff. Like I used great SPI epoxy primer. The inside is sealed with the bright red Caswells that in the Fury form I put the picture of the bright red on the inside. It's sealed very well. That's the custom seat that I made, so it's cut stubby, but basically I built this so that I can ride 186 miles because at the time I was in the military and I wanted to be able to get to my military base without stopping. So I made this tank and it turned out great. I've been riding on this thing for, this is a 2017 bike. I think I finished building the tank in like 2019, so it's been like 4 years and I've done a lot of riding. I got a lot of the reason why I'm selling it is because of that bad let me go here. That bad boy right there. That's my 1972 Chevy Blazer. I see the hood's up. Whenever that happens, that means something's wrong. But basically that's my daily driver, and I need the flywheel. I put a new starter in. It's a high torque starter. It ate up the flywheel, and so therefore the transfer case, I gotta take the transfer case out, I gotta take the transmission out, or I could take the motor out. And so what I'm figuring is, you know what? Here, I'll show you. Let me pause. So this one is my 1976 Buick Regal. And this one is not exactly what it seems. What I did with this one is I put a 6-liter LS motor in there. Let me pause here. So that Regal, try not to get my license plates, but here, the Regal basically has a 6-liter LS Gen 4 motor with an E38 ECM and a 6L90. It's a 6-speed now. I do not in any way, shape, or form miss the carburetors and the old Buick motor. They're actually sitting on a stand on the side of my house right now. The TH350, which, hey, guess what? My Blazer has a TH350. It's got the transfer case. It's got all that crap. And I am pretty much done with the bloodbath. You want to see? Here, let me show you the bloodbath. 1 second. If you can see the glistening on the floor, that's basically the bloodbath. This thing leaks something awful. It's everywhere. I mean, the differentials, they leak. The oil pan, it leaks. The transmission, it leaks. The front diff, it leaks. The NP205 four-wheel drive, it leaks. Well, I'm tired of all that. And the way I figure is if I've got to take that motor out, you know what? I really enjoy driving this Blazer, but I really enjoy driving that Buick. There's no going back after, for me, that is. I'm sure a lot of people disagree, but there's no going back after having an LS swap vehicle when you've had, a TH350. Just by swapping it, doing nothing different to the new LS motor, I'm going to have, triple the horsepower. This old 350 never had that amount of power. So triple the horsepower. The 6-speed makes it feel even better. Like, I mean, I can light up the tires whenever. It's not about lighting up the tires. It's just that, honestly, when I want to jump in a vehicle, I want it to start. And I want to be able to jump in a vehicle and, let's say, drive from Chicago to Atlanta with no issues. In that Buick, yeah, in this Buick, I could literally jump in here. Now it's still under construction, but I could literally jump in this thing and drive it wherever I want to. Like I said, get on the ground here. Oy. That's a 6L90 LS 2.5-inch stainless exhaust that I built from scratch, Magnum Flow mufflers. I can drive that thing anywhere. So, for you Fury folks, you guys all know, it's very nice to be able to ride these things with the fuel injection, with the air cooling, all that good stuff is just, well, it's just good stuff. It's so nice to not have your nads, your balls all, burning up, even though I'm shivering right now because it's quite cold right now. But it's real nice to have fuel injection. It's real nice to be able to jump on this Honda Fury and ride it wherever I want. And this here Blazer, it needs to be like that. I plan on driving this thing. I got rid of all my modern cars. Yeah, I got rid of all my modern cars. I'm just showing the front end of this tank. I got rid of all the modern cars. Other than my wife and daughter, they got their own vehicles. But I got rid of modern cars, and I plan on driving old stuff forever. But that's a tank. Please don't mind my junk in here. That's the from where I spilled fuel. I should have clear coated it, but I it matched. Oh geez, I probably should have cleaned. This is the factory tank here. This is the factory tank. It's dusty because we're now in the basement. I keep changing my location, but I never clear coated the rebuilt tank because it just matched so well, and I'm good at metalwork. I'm good at painting. The only thing is I don't have the ability nor the facility to be able to what I would consider do a great job of spraying clear coat, and satin clear coat is much more difficult to actually spray. So when I got that the factory matched, I think it's medium black, I forgot what the color of this is, but I got it a factory match color. When I got that sprayed on there, I'm like, dude, I'm not going to spray anything, because what if I mess up the clear? Then I got to sand it all down and redo it. And I just, whatever, man. I've been riding for, it's been about 4 years or so riding with that tank, and the only issue I had was when I spilled the fuel from overfilling it. But this is the factory tank that I have. This is the one that came with it. So when I sell the bigger tank, I'm going to just put this one back on. And then, one more change. Yeah, another change. So if, I guess maybe one day after I sell the big tank, I'll just go ahead and take this one, which I had already bought. It was actually a tank that's in pretty good, better condition than the one that I built the big tank out of. This one's got a few little dings or whatnot, but I'll go ahead and cut this sucker in half again and make myself another one. But for right now, definitely need that motor swap in my Blazer. So I gotta sell off some of my stuff, my beloved stuff. And the tank, like I said, if I didn't have my factory one or this one, I probably wouldn't sell it. But for right now, out of necessity, I've got to sell that thing. I love that. I spent quite a bit of time doing that tank, and yeah, it'll hurt to sell it, but whatever, man. Somebody can enjoy extended capacity. Yeah, so that's it. You can see, looks like a factory Fury, but only the tank is fat. It's got a big fat one. Right here, might need a skim coat, but I think the reason why I never did anything with this line is because the factory seat would go over the top of that. So, but yeah, pretty much for whoever gets it, you should be able to just sand this down with, you know, maybe 180 grit to 240. I put a very good amount of epoxy primer on here, so you know, you shouldn't. If you're careful, I'd say maybe if you take it to a good painter, you know, they should be able to get through this layer. That's just the layer of paint down to the layer of epoxy primer without going in through any of the metal. There is one, oh, I've just remembered, there is one spot. I don't know how I did this. Just this one spot right here at the bottom that will probably need a little bit of primer. You know, sand that down. Don't know how I did that, but I did nonetheless. Chip down here. But other than that, this tank is in great shape and ready to serve somebody else. So that's about it. Again, please help me rescue my Blazer and put it on a new path as a modern vehicle, or at least, you know, old vehicle with modern guts. And so the plan is to get what I'd like to do is either get the 6.0 Gen 4 like I have on my Regal, or what I really want to do is get one of the brand new L8T 6.6 liter Gen 5 motors, and then I'm going to convert it from direct injection to ported injection, and that will allow me to run Gen 4 electronics, and that's what I'm going to use. I'm probably going to get the Holley Terminator X Max system to run that, or if I run out of cash, I'll probably just run another factory E38 ECU. And then that should get me, basically it should run just very similar to the way that my 6.0 runs, and I should be able to program it. But I really love to try out the Holley Terminator X Max with the 6L90 controller. So anyways, let's try to see if we can, I got the big screen in there without actually cutting the dash. Like most people hack up the dash. There's some wires in there because I'm doing a stereo install, but I got the big screen in there. Thing's got a couple sound quality Cult Classic 15-inch subwoofers. I got 8-inch mid basses, Audio Frog GB10 tweeters, GB25 mid ranges, JL Audio ZR800 mid basses. Then I have two JBL W15 GTI make 2 subwoofers, which are amazing. They're not just 15s to go boom boom. Those things are actual sound quality subs. And then of course I'll be running an upfront sub to help for the times when the old top's off. So, but anyways, that's it. Help me rescue my Blazer and get it back on the road. For anybody that doesn't understand why I just don't, why don't you just replace the flywheel? Well, that's going to be a lot of work. I'm not afraid of the hard work, but it will be a lot of work. And if I got to take the trans out, I might as well just go ahead and motor swap it, because for those of you that have done LS swaps, whoa, I denied it for many years until I did that Buick, and holy crap! Like I said, for me, there's no going back. And most of my oil spots in the driveway you can't see because it rained, but yeah, this thing, I'm just tired of all the leaking from the transfer case and all that stuff. So I wanted a 2-wheel drive one anyways, but we might go pre-runner style on this bad boy. Anyways, that's it.